Guys, it's me, it's Queen Said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay, sometimes Aquarius try to play me. Okay? Sometimes they try to play me, but they can't because I think like them. So I know what questions to ask to get the right responses, right? And usually what happens is they'll try to play me, they'll see it's not working, then they'll start laughing. So sometimes an Aquarius will come to me and say, you know, Queen, I feel lonely and like I'm better off by myself. And I'm like, so there's no one you can talk to, there's no one in your life. And they're like, nah, it's no one. I'm like, so there's no one, no family, no friends, nobody from school, nobody from the neighborhood, nobody from your committee, from your church, from your witches circle. There's nobody that you could talk to if you wanted to. And then that's when they start laughing. Because most of us have somebody or somebodies that we could talk to, but it's not that, it's that we don't want to. An Aquarius who doesn't feel understood by the people that they're talking to or hanging around very quickly becomes an Aquarius who doesn't want to hang around. So, in many cases, when I start to ask the question, it's not that there is nobody, it's that there's nobody they want to share with, they want to talk to. You know? Sometimes Aquarius clam up, and it's because they don't want to share. And if you're wondering, well, why doesn't my Aquarius want to share? A lot of times it's because they feel misunderstood. If an Aquarius feels like you don't really get them, you don't really understand them, and it's really difficult to explain themselves and their thought processes to you, they don't really want to talk to you. If you're annoying, if you're an irk, if you're unintelligent, any of those things, if you're always telling them what to do, if you're always trying to change them, if you just a pain in the ass, all those kind of things can make an Aquarius just not want to talk to you. So what happens is they start to isolate themselves, and then they give themselves and everybody else the story that, oh, there's no one I can talk to. No, 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 Aquarius. There's plenty of people you could talk to. There's nobody you want to talk to. Aquarius don't like feeling misunderstood. You know, I don't really think that anybody does, but we experience it very frequently. So that's why it becomes a big deal. Some of the times in an Aquarius life, there's nobody that really understands them. There could be lots of people, lots of situationships, lots of, associates, even a big family, but it's nobody that they feel like really vibes with them, really gets them, you know? And if an Aquarius feels like you don't really get them, they don't really want to talk to you. That's generally what happens. The person I talk to the most is an Aquarius. And I talk to him because he understands me. I don't have to do a lot of explaining, ain't a whole lot of rap. I don't have to explain my thought processes. Most of the time, when I'm talking to him, I notice that he's either thinking the same thing or telling me exactly what I'm getting ready to say. So I don't have to go through this whole explaining process. Oh, it means this. Oh, it's that. Some people, like I have a good friend that's a Taurus, and I do love my Taurus, and we're very close. But I have to explain everything to her, every thought process, everything. I don't have to do that with him. He connects the dots before I'm even done rolling the dice. I'm still shaking the dice and he's calling the numbers. And that for an Aquarius is really good. We love that. And those are people that we will have the tendency to talk to a lot. People that really understand us, people that really get us, people that we don't have to spend so much time explaining all the time. Aquarius often find ourselves being teachers in a lot of different arenas at work, with friends, with family. A lot of times we find ourselves being teachers, those of us who have any wisdom to us. And it's refreshing to talk to a person that I don't have to sit and teach everything. You know, I mean, people, when we're talking, we're teaching each other things in general. So it's not like you ever get away from the teaching aspect, but it's not so much. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to teach everything. You don't have to explain every thought process. That's what makes an Aquarius talk to someone. And the person that was mentioning this to me also asked me, why did I think we feel so misunderstood? It's not that we feel that way, it's that we are. We are misunderstood. I mean, all my life, since I was a little girl, people have misunderstood my intentions, misunderstood what I was talking about, misunderstood my examples, just misunderstood those kinds of things, Most people would get it, but there was always some people who misunderstood. Maybe even on purpose, now that I think about it, but there was always someone who didn't get it. So for an Aquarius, we do really good by ourselves. If you're an Aquarius, you might notice that a lot of us do really good alone. We do really great. We get far alone. We can come up with all kinds of things, all kinds of creative things when we're by ourselves. When I'm by myself, that's when I'm the most productive. I'm the least productive when I'm with other people because they slow me down. When I'm by myself, I can do and do and do and do and do and do and be done. So a lot of Aquarius are like that. So since we do well by ourselves, when we start to feel misunderstood, we start to isolate ourselves. So it's not really that we can't find people or we can't be social, because we are actually social butterflies. It's that we isolate ourselves because we're feeling misunderstood. And hey, it's easier to just be by myself. I understand myself, that's just so much easier. And, after you've been hurt a couple times, you've had some bad, incidents with friends or family or lovers, a lot of Aquarius are just like, I'm just going to be by myself. But Aquarius, I'm here to tell you that that's actually a detriment to yourself. It's cool to be alone. It's cool to spend time by yourself. God bless it. I love it. But you really should make an effort to find people who are your tribe. There are people who will understand you. There are people that are just like you, other Aquarius, for example. But there are people who think like you. You see? For many of us, it doesn't seem like it, but there are. There is a person or persons who thinks like you, who has similar ideas, shared goals and values. There are people out there, but you have to basically use the law of attraction to draw those people to you. And in this day and age with the internet, it's a lot easier because the people I've met that I vibed with the most, I met on the internet. I normally would have never met them because they aren't in my city, they aren't in my state, they aren't in my country. So it's easier now to find people who understand you and who are your tribe if you're dealing with the World Wide Web. So Aquarius, my recommendation to you is that if you're feeling lonely and you've isolated yourself, that's 9 times out of 10 why, that you take the time to draw towards you a tribe. What I call a tribe. A tribe is a group of people who think a lot like you. A group of people who understand you. Even if they don't think like you, they understand you. You see? So that's what I recommend. Instead of isolating yourself, I recommend opening up, using the law of attraction to find those kind of people. Go into Facebook groups or internet groups or meetups with people who share your hobbies, things like that. I ask you to put some effort into it, because what happens with most of us is we don't put any effort into it. We get burnt a few times, we say fuck it, and we isolate ourselves. And I'm here to tell you that that's not cool. It's not cool for you. It's fine. You may be productive. You may get some things done, but you need other people to talk to, at least one or two. You need people to talk to. You need people to socialize with. You need to go places and do things other than just working and your humanitarian efforts or the things you want to research and think about. You need to spend time with at least another person. Sometimes. So that's my recommendation to you, because like I said, that's what happens when we start to feel misunderstood. Aquarius, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. We are the oddest sign in the zodiac. You know, a lot of people feel, including us, that we are the oddest sign in the zodiac. But that's not a bad thing. Yes, it means that we're often misunderstood by the other 11 signs, but it's not a bad thing. It's great to be unique. And that's the one thing I've learned being an Aquarius, is that uniqueness is a good thing. Uniqueness is something that should be celebrated. You see? So if you come across people who don't understand you, you know, they misunderstand you, they don't like you, whatever the case is, that's fine. You know, back up off them circles and look for people who are more like you, more accepting of diversity, and more open-minded in that kind of way. Okay? All right, guys. I hope that helps you. All right, it's time for me to get going. So, if you absolutely love this video or even like it a little bit, give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who's going through this, especially an Aquarius who's isolated themselves, please show them this video and tell them I said, come back. Come back to the light. Come on. There's some people out there. You just got to open your heart, open your mind, and open yourself to finding them. As a matter of fact, the Aquarius friend I told you guys about that I met here on Ask an Aquarius, that I talk to all the time, when I first met him, the first thing the card said, because I was doing his reading, the first thing the card said was that he needed some friends. And now he's my friend. So there are friends out there for you. You just have to open up to them. If you would like to send me a love donation, I will leave my PayPal. If you would like to get a reading done, I will leave my email. Please email me for an appointment. If you would like to send me a gift, I will leave my Amazon wish list. If you want to give me a question for Ask an Aquarius, I will answer any general question that I have an answer to. Okay, for free. Email it to me and I'll answer your question. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here, and hang out a bit. I got quite a lot to say. See you later.